Hey guys, welcome back to another scripting tutorial. This is part 2 of the Badge Hunt game tutorial, and today we're going to be doing a couple new things. So first of all, we're going to start by going over to our main GUI, and we're going to go into the index, and for now just check the index is visible so we can see it. And we're going to actually add a new frame just right over here. You know, actually just copy just this frame and paste it into here, and then just delete all of this because we don't need it. We can keep that text label however, so, and then we're just gonna slap it right over here. We're just gonna make it like that big, I guess. Then we're gonna go ahead and just do this, and we're gonna just say it, or we're gonna go ahead and, okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and on our text label we're gonna put the text as our cube name. Basically what we're making here is we're making the when you click on one of the things, this will pop up with all of its information, so that'll be cool. So the cube name, and just slap that like right here, I guess. Slap that like right up here, and then just duplicate this and then put it down here. I'm gonna call this one difficulty. Also, this one should be called name, or we're gonna call it cube name because it'll get confused in the code. And then we're just gonna make this difficulty, make it green by default, I guess. And then we're gonna make this cartoon. So now that we have this going, we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this one more time. Down here we're gonna add description. This is what the main thing is that we're adding here, is a description. So this is going to be our description box right here, and you can type all sorts of stuff in here. So we're going to have a value that'll say what you want it to say in the description when you click on it, and you can just put whatever you want it to say. Like, it could say a hint, or it could just say some cool joke or something, I don't know, something about it. And so that's where the description is going to go. And then one more thing, just put a image label in here, and I'm just going to set the index of these all to 2 so they're on top. So our image label, as you can see, is above those, and then we're just going to kind of resize it, kind of just like that. We're going to make sure that it's kind of relative to the same size. Like, kind of like that. I mean, I'm just gonna probably make it a little bit smaller, like 130 maybe, no, 120, 110 maybe. Yeah, 110. So as you can see, there we go. And now that's there, we're just gonna name it image, I guess. Actually, we're gonna, yeah, we'll just keep it at image label. And then we're gonna go ahead and just take this placeholder out because we don't need it. Basically, it's going to just put our purple cube or whatever we have into that image label. Also, make the background transparency 1 so it looks like that. And then just and then I'm just going to go ahead and delete this image. So now that we have all of this set up, and just rename it to like info or something. So now that this is set up here, and it's nice and rounded and everything that you want, we're going to go ahead and head into scripting now. So see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so now that we're going into scripting, I have this little emoji right here that has an X on it, and we're calling it close. This is a text button. I just thought I would think ahead about this, so I went ahead and did this by myself. Basically what I did is I made a new text button and then just put the X emoji in it, so it's pretty simple. Then we're going to just add a local script into here, and then we're gonna do script.parent.activated. That just means like someone clicked on it or tapped on it. Connect function. And then that's all you have to do for those lines, and then just do script.parent.parent.visible equals to false. So this will just basically close that window that we've already opened by clicking on one of our cubes. It will just close this window once it's open if we don't want it there. So that's just something simple. I guess this is kind of optional, but you probably don't want all of this stuff showing. So I would just recommend having a close button. So anyways, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into our, we're going to go and script all of this stuff into here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and grab our cube template. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to actually just copy and paste it into our frame so we can kind of see what we're working with. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a text button. This text button won't have any text on it, won't be in the way or anything. Also make sure that the index is on the top so you can always click on it. I don't know if it really matters, but just wanted to make sure just in case. I'm pretty sure it won't matter, but just in case, just set this index to like 2. Make the background transparency 1. And then just leave it like that. And so now, this text button, we're just going to rename it to button. And we're going to go ahead and insert a server script. Yes, going to insert a server script into here. Then, what we're going to do is we're going to do script.parent.activated connect function. This just make sure that we activated it. Then we're gonna go ahead and do so now that we have this, we're gonna go ahead and do for IV in pairs script. So now that we have this, we're gonna do if we're gonna do local info equals the script.parent.parent.parent.parent.info. That's just gonna make sure that we have the right thing. Then we're gonna go ahead and do info.cubename.text equals the script.parent.parent.cubename.text. So this is just grabbing this text and slapping it into this text, so it'll say the same thing that it says on the little box. So then we're gonna do info.difficulty.text equals the script.parent.parent.difficulty.text. And again, that's just doing the same thing that the cube name is doing, grabbing this text, putting into the difficulty text in there. And then we're also going to do info.description.text. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do script.parent.parent.description.value. We're going to actually add a new value into the thing. So whenever this cube template gets whenever it gets duplicated, it will have a value in it, and what the value will say, I'm going to get a string value really fast and just name it description. So it's going to be nothing right now, but it will say whatever it says in the value of the cube here. So we'll eventually have a description value in there. So it'll just transport the value over to this when we get the cube template. So now we're gonna just leave that in there for a minute because we're not gonna mess with it yet, and then we're just gonna leave it as that. So script.parent.parent.description.value, that's gonna be the description text. Then we're gonna do info.difficulty.text color 3 equals color 3 from RGB. Or wait, no. We're going to do script.parent.parent.difficulty text color 3 because we want the same exact color from the difficulty color from the actual info. Or I mean, yeah, from this info, and then we put it in the info difficulty text color. So that should be easy enough. And you know, just to organize our code a little bit, let's slap that up there. And now we're gonna go ahead and do info.visible equals to true. So now if we click, or wait, okay. So now we're gonna go into our cubes. We're gonna add a new string value. We're just gonna name it description. And then just put it in every single one, paste into that one, and paste into this one. And then just make it whatever you want. So I'll just say for this one, it's purple. And then green cube can be like, it's got no face, I guess. And then for the Ruby cube, we'll just say, ooh, shiny. Okay, anyways, so now that we have our descriptions in our cubes here, so all of our data is stored in the cubes instead of somewhere else. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into this script right here, and we're going to say template.description.value equals to cube.description.value. So this literally just changes the description value to the actual cube's description. So we're just distributing values here. So this is just carrying the value down to this one right here. And so then the button, and then the script is going to be able to easily access this instead of having to look through the cubes and seeing which one it's going to be. So now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and just close out of that. And I'm pretty sure that we are good. So now let's just go ahead and, oops, just shove our cube template back in there, delete the old one. Make sure this is a new one. Yes, it is. And let's go ahead and playtest after we get rid of the info. Let's just make it invisible by unchecking visible. And that should be good. So now when our index loads in, as you can see, we have all of them, and if, whoop, looks like we have a problem. Let's just see what the problem is. Okay, my bad, guys. Please make sure that this script is in a local script because I accidentally made the mistake of putting it in a server script, and that's the reason it wasn't working. So make sure that that is what it's in. Make sure that it's a local script and not a server script. So as you can see now, if we click on it, see, it's got all of the things. However, you may be noticing, well, where's the picture? We're going to fix that right now. So we're going to go ahead and just go back into our button. And then we're going to say info dot info.image label dot image equals to script.parent.image label. Oh, script.parent.parent. Gotta have another parent in there. .image label .image. So it's just exchanging images. Super simple, super easy, nothing hard at all. So now, as you can see, if we go ahead and play our game, the image appears right there. So super cool, super easy. So yeah, that's the index updated. So super cool, and as you can see, the X button works. So yeah, that's our index updated. Index is now updated, so that's very cool. So now we're not going to worry about the index anymore. We're going to go ahead and just make that invisible. And we're just going to go over to our collect GUI now and make it enabled. Now we're going to move these down a little. And then we're going to put a image label in. And then we're going to go ahead and just make the background transparency 1. And then also, as you can see, make sure that the size is correct, so it fits on all devices. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna make sure that it's the right size. $173 by $173. Make it a little bigger, maybe. You found, and then just make sure that it all fits. And then make sure that this is index. Make sure all of these are 2. So just highlight all of these and make this index 2. So this will be below, as you can see. And we're just going to make that invisible. So now we are going to be able to get the image from the cube onto here. So when you find it, you can see what it looks like, even though, I mean, you can see what it looks like on there. But we're just going to do it anyway for cosmetic purposes. So now, how are we going to get this? Well, so let's go back into our local script in starter character scripts here. And as you can see, when we touch this, or wait, yes, okay. When we touch a cube, then we're going to go ahead and just come over here. We're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna go ahead and come down here. I'm gonna do GUI.image label .image equals to hit dot decal. I think it's just gonna be called decal, hopefully. Yeah, decal. Hit dot decal dot texture, and that should work, hopefully. So now if we just disable this and we play, if we touch one, as you can see, oh, looks like we got a problem. Image label is not a valid member of text label. Okay, so we need to do GUI.parent.image label, because it's not inside the GUI, it's in the GUI.parent. So now if we play, and sorry, we keep spawning over here for some reason. So now if we play, as you can see, it shows up on our screen perfectly fine. Awesome. Yep, there you go. So that's that done now. So very cool. Very super simple and easy. Pretty much the same thing we've been doing the entire time. So now, that's pretty much it for that. So I'm pretty sure the GUI is looking pretty dandy. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to add anything to the GUI, or like give me suggestions for what I should do. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to some other stuff. So in the game Find the Markers, there is, well, in all of the badge hunting games really, there is a run button. So we're gonna go ahead and make a run button now. So to make a run button, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna copy this image label, and we're just gonna move it to the side over here. And then we're gonna go ahead and find a run icon. So just find any run icon, make sure it's got nothing behind it, or you can make it so there's something behind it, anything you want. And I'm just gonna make it so it is white. Bam. We've got our running icon, as you can see, and I'm just gonna fix that a little. Okay, cool. So now that it's over there, we're gonna go ahead and just name it run button. Also, let's just rename this right here to our dex button, or index button. I've seen some games call it the pedia, so you can call it that as well, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep calling mine index. So now that we have a run button, we can we have to get rid of this local script because it will not take a local script. We need to get a server script here. So now in this server script, we're going to just go ahead and make a variable called running equals false. This is going to determine if we're running or not. So we're going to do script.parent parent dot mouse button one click connect function. So this will see if we've clicked the button. And we're going to do local character, or char for short, equals to script dot parent dot parent dot parent dot parent dot parent dot character. Should work 5 parents, I think. Yes. So then we're going to do if running equals to false, then running equals to true, and then we're going to do char.humanoid.walk speed equals to 24 or whatever number, but I've noticed that's a pretty good number. So then we're going to change the background color of the little icon, and we're going to make it, we're going to do color 3 from RGB. We have the color wheel, and I'm going to just go ahead and make mine like a light green like that. And then after that, we're going to do else if running equals to true, then running equals to false, because we're going to set it back the opposite. We're going to basically, you can just copy and paste this down here, and we're going to just change this back to 16 since that's the normal walk speed for players. Then down here, we're going to just take the original color for this, which also I picked a green color, which was probably not the smartest for this. So we're going to actually just go ahead and change this to a different color. We're going to change it to, let's go ahead and change it to orange, I guess, when we're running. So that's a little weird, but whatever. I made the mistake of changing it green, so maybe you shouldn't go for that color scheme. And that is literally all you need for the running button. So as you can see, if we go ahead and play the game, and we press the running button, I am running, and it changes color, and then it goes back. So yeah, very cool. So that way your players can run. So very cool. That's the run button completed. So now we're gonna go ahead and just exit out of all of these since we don't need them anymore. Then we're gonna add another button. This button is going to be the. So now we're gonna add one more button, and this button is going to be the fast travel button. And we're gonna go ahead and just. We're gonna do. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and go with this one, this icon right here, because it kind of looks like a teleport or a fast travel. So, now that our fast travel button is there, we're gonna go ahead and keep this. Actually, keep the character as well. And then just get rid of that. So this is all we need in this script. This is the only thing that we need inside of the server script for fast travel button. Now we're going to add to it. So we're going to go ahead and say, so first of all, come out of your script and then make a couple bricks. And then we're going to make a new folder inside of workspace, and we're going to name it fast travel, I guess. I don't really know. And then just stick these two parts in there. Gonna name this one grasslands, and then this one can be named like outlands or something. I don't really know. So grasslands will just stay here where we've always been, and then outlands will just be out here, I guess. So now that we have those two in fast travel, make sure that they are anchored and can collide is off. Also, you should probably raise them above the ground a little. There we go. So now that we have those, we're going to come back into our script, and we're going to say for IV in pairs, workspace.fast travel, get children, do. Then we're going to go ahead and just say V. So we're going to do, okay, first of all, we're going to make a new frame for our fast travel here. We're going to actually just take the, we're going to just duplicate, we're going to copy this. And then just duplicate it, paste it here. We don't even need that frame. We're just gonna change this a little bit. So I'm just gonna get rid, actually, you know what, we'll keep the scrolling frame if you want to have more than one. And then we're gonna get rid of this script, we don't need that, and we don't need the info. And then we're gonna change this, we're gonna change it to fast travel. And then just gonna make it like an orange. And then, you know, we'll make this orange too, just to kind of go with the orange theme. Okay, so now that we have our fast travel UI, we're gonna keep this UI grid layout and UI padding, except for this time we're gonna just add in a new frame into here. And this frame will just have to stay like that. And then the cell size, we're gonna keep like that. Actually, we're gonna make this 200. No, we're gonna make this like, I don't even know, like 800 or something. Also change these like that. Oh, never mind. Hold on. 120, 0. There we go. Except now we're gonna have to change these a little bit. This one will probably have to be like 1 maybe instead, and then 800 would be like. Okay, never mind, we're not doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna change this to like 500 maybe, 550, I don't really know. 540 seems fine, and then we're gonna change this to like 100. I'm gonna change mine to like 70 maybe. And then we're gonna, in the frame, we're gonna go ahead and add a text label into here. Do the trick. Actually, I'm just gonna do 1010 to make it fit the whole thing. And then we're gonna just say, area name. And then just make it into whatever you want. I'm just gonna give mine a little font here. Like that. And then we're just gonna change this to white. There we go. And then that will change if we want it to, because we can change it inside of the script. And make background color just 1, I guess, or background transparency. And then we'll also change the background color for the frame as well. So we're just gonna keep it, we're just gonna say area name, or no, we're gonna do area template. And then we're kind of doing the same thing that we did with the with the list of things we've collected. So area template, we're gonna just go ahead and slap that in. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and give this a corner real quick. So we're gonna just actually take this from there and then paste it into there. So there we go, looks a little better now. Then we're gonna just put this right into, but before we do that, look, if you duplicate it, it just goes down 1. Perfect. The beauty of UI grid layouts. Now we're just going to put it into server storage so it's safe in there when we're ready to use it. Then we're going to go ahead and just take the fast travel button. We're going to do for IV in pairs, workspace fast travel get children. We're going to do oh, and change this, my bad. Is it oh shoot, which one is which? Okay, this is the fast travel. Sorry, my bad, forgot to change the name of this. Okay, cool. Now that we have our fast travel frame there, we can go for IV in pairs workspace fast travel get children do. We're gonna do local template equals game.server storage dot area template, and then we're gonna clone that. Template dot text label dot text will equal to v dot name. Also, so again, make sure that this in here is exactly what you want in there. And then also we're gonna make it so we can have a color 3 value, so we can change the color in here. So I'm just gonna make the grasslands like a light green, maybe with some yellow, like that. and then the outlines can be like kind of like a like that, I guess. And then actually I'll make it a little darker. There we go. So now grasslands and outlands have their own colors, and we'll just rename them to color, so we know what we're talking about. And then we go back into the script, template.textLabel.text, color 3 equals to script, no, and then equals to v.color.value. Hopefully that will work. Then we're gonna do template.parent equals to script.parent.parent, script.parent.parent, and then fast travel, and then inside of fast travel this, and then scrolling frame. This frame is where we want to put it, so it has the grid layout and the padding. And then then we're gonna say, once you click on that, so template dot, oh, and we forgot, hold on, area template, move it back into here, we're not done yet. We need to make another button, so I'm actually just gonna do another text button, do 1111, there we go, or 1010, there we go. And then, see, as you can see, oh, hold on, we've got to change this size as well, apparently. Maybe, is that the problem, though? No. So, we're just going to make sure that this doesn't have a text, and that the background transparency is 1. And make sure that this index is 2. And then we're just going to name it button. So that's in there now. And then we also forgot to do something, because as you can see, that is way smaller than it should be. Okay guys, sorry, my mistake, I know my problem. So this, in the cell size here, you want to make sure that they're only x coordinates, and you want to make sure that the y's are 0. They were the opposite. As you can see, it works fine now. But if you go into here, if I go back a little, as you can see, they were on the y coordinate, and so it's decided to do that. So now if we go forward all the way, it's perfect. So yes, awesome. And that's the cell size I used, in case you guys are wondering. Also, the GUI, the base GUI will be in the description that we used at part 1, but I'm not going to supply part 2, so you guys will just have to duplicate and do it by yourself. But it should be easier if you want to just use my GUI for your thing. But yeah, so it should be a lot easier for you if you just want to do that, because then you don't have to go through the process of making all this GUI, and that's what takes up most of your time. So we're going to go ahead and go back into our script now that we have that working, and we're going to do template dot oh yeah, we're also going to do template dot name equals to v dot name, so we know what it is in case we're testing. And then we're going to do template dot button template dot button dot mouse button 1 click connect function, and that's just gonna check if the button in the template got clicked, and if it did, then it's gonna say v, and then it's gonna say v dot, so we're gonna do char dot humanoid root part dot position equals to v dot position. So yeah, and also we actually can put these on the ground if we really want. It's not a big deal. because we can actually just come into here and do plus vector3.new, and then we can just do 0 and then like 5 and then 0. So we're so the humanoid roof part's 5 studs above the ground instead. So I'm also gonna just label these. So this one's gonna be like grasslands, and that one out there is gonna be the outlines. So yeah, I'm just gonna color those appropriately. So now it should work. So if you click play here, oh, we have a problem. Oh, I know what the problem is. We did not put, sorry guys, we didn't put the area template back in server storage. So make sure you do that. So now if we click play here, oh, we have a problem again. What's the problem this time? Value is not a member of color 3. Oh, here we, okay, we don't even need that right there. Okay, yeah, this is what we need. Okay guys, so as you can see now, you don't even need, so just completely delete the dot value from here. We don't need that, we just need the color. We don't need the color's value. So now if we play the game, they should load in. Yeah, so as you can see, they load in, and if we click on them, it teleports us to where we need to go. So yeah, super simple and super customizable because it's super easy to just add to this instead of having to go in and add like individual buttons. You can just store stuff in here, and it's easy as pie. So, you know, pretty simple, pretty cool. So now we're gonna go into the fast travel button real quick. Let's turn on our UI. We're gonna come here, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a local script, and then we're gonna do script.parent.activated connect function. Then we're gonna do script.parent dot fast travel dot visible equals to true. So and then we also have to do open equals to false. So if open equals to false, then open equals to true. Else if open equals to true, then open equals to false. So yeah. So now, if we just put that in there, and replace that to false, boom, that should be it. And so now we can just make sure that this is unchecked on visible, and I'm pretty sure that's our UI. So now if we load into the game, yep, we can open and close it and teleport to where we want to go. So now we're at Outlands, we can go back to the Grasslands. Super cool, super easy, everything works just fine, as you can see. And then run works. So yeah, this has been the end of part 2 of my tutorial series on how to make a badge hunt game. These are probably some of just the essentials that you'll need to actually start making maps and everything, and just, so I'm pretty sure after you have all of this, you'll probably be able to just go off from there. But let me know if you guys want me to add anything onto this, like some extra features, I don't know, just whatever you guys think. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching part 2, and make sure you go watch part 1 if you haven't already. Probably should have said that at the beginning of the video, but if you haven't watched part 1, please do that because this part's confusing. I'll see you all in the next part if there is another one. But yeah, so let me know if you guys want me to show you guys anything else. If not, awesome. I'm gonna go now, so see you guys later. Hopefully this helped. Like and subscribe.